What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Big Baby Baby. What's poppin', Laker Nation? It's your boy, Big Baby Jonathan here. Welcome to the latest edition of the Big Baby Jonathan Sports Podcast Show. And in today's show, I'm going to tell you guys why I became a Laker fan and what year I became a Laker fan. The year I became a Laker fan was the 2000 Lakers when they beat Indiana in the NBA Finals. And let me tell you why. I like that team from that year. Shaq was on the team. Kobe, Glenn Rice, AC Green, Ron Harper, Robert Horry, Derek Fisher, Rick Fox, John Sally, Devin George, Tyronn Lue, B. Shaw. And just this Laker team that year was very, very tough-minded. You know, they did have problems, you know, just like any other team. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, this Laker team came together, and Phil Jackson was the coach, man. Phil Jackson was a great coach, you know. And he taught these guys how to win. And there's situations where they should have beat teams that they normally beat. At the end of the day, that's what's going to happen. You're going to lose to teams that you're supposed to beat. You know, that's going to happen. It's the NBA, you know. But that year, that 2000 year, they had a lot of ups and downs with Kobe and Shaq having problems through the media and all that stuff. And Shaq and Kobe, that was the year that they won the world championship, you know. Kobe still coming to the league. It was Shaq's team, Kobe's team. Whose team was it? At the end of the day, it's like if you look back at it now, whose team was, and it was Kobe's team, you know. Kobe was just a great player. He demanded a lot from Shaq, and that's why I fell in love with this Laker team, because Shaq was one of my favorite players. Kobe Bryant was one of my favorite players, and I like how they work together with they're a great teammates, you know, and just loved how they competed at a high level. You know, it was an ups and downs year, you know, for them, in the sense of when they had to go against Sacramento that year in the playoffs, Portland, and let me see here. That was the year we had great talent, man. We had Glenn Rice, Ron Harper. Like I said, man, we got great talent. You know, we got great veteran role players on the team. You know, just liked how the team played with Phil Jackson and Triangle. You know, the Triangle offense was lit, you know. Liked how they played. I liked how the team played when sometimes Kobe's not feeling it, or Shaq. Robert Horry dropped a certain amount of points, like 25. AC Green would drop 15, you know. So this team had a good thing of chemistry, you know, from the early part of the season, you know. But when they got in the playoffs, they played Sacramento in the first round, and it was an easy playoffs for the Lakers. They beat them in 5, you know. Wasn't nothing major, you know. And then, you know, like Kobe and Shaq, that playoffs, man, were dominant. Like, it was crazy, man. Just liked how they played. You know, Shaq had 19 rebounds, 6 assists, 23 points in game 2. You know what I mean? Just liked his energy from that game. You know, also in game 1, it was a competitive matchup. You know, it was a very competitive matchup. Shaq had 46 points and 17 rebounds in game 1. Kobe Bryant had 23 points, 7 rebounds. Like, Shaq and Kobe, I'm going to say it here right now. They're the best 1-2 punch of all time. I don't care what anybody says, you know. I don't care what anybody says. Shaq and Kobe are the best 1-2 punch in the game of all time, you know. Put Larry Bird and with Bill Russell, Shaq and Kobe still beat that, you know. They teamed up. I'm just saying that whatever 1-2 punch you put up against Shaq and Kobe's going to dominate them. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, man, like, Shaq is just so dominant. You throw him in the post, go to work. Like he's just so dominant in the post, it's hard to stop him. You know, so that's why nobody, the whole playoffs could stop him. You know, not nobody. You know, like he was just unstoppable. Phil Jackson is a good coach for that team, man. Because he would give them books to read before games, and then he would sage the locker room for any bad energy. Get the bad energy up, put the good energy in, and I just liked how he coached. You know, triangle offense was good. I liked how they run the set offense for Kobe and Shaq and Robert Horry, Derek Fisher, all this group of guys. And sometimes they would dub team Shaq. He would throw it out to big shot Robert Horry in the corner. Same with Derek Fisher, would be open in the corner when they would double team. Sometimes Shaq would have it off night in the crunch time situations. Derek Fisher with that game making play. This whole team, man, like I said, was just very, 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 very well executed. Like sometimes they would mess around in certain playoffs, and then when they need to turn up, they'll turn up. But it was an ups and downs season. But they figured it out. It's that's how it is as an NBA season. That's how it is at the NBA season. A lot of ups and downs. You're gonna go through growing pains. But I really liked how Shaq and Kobe's chemistry, like a lot of people are saying they didn't have chemistry off the field, off the court and stuff. And for me, like they didn't like bring it on the court. You didn't see them get into it on the court. They may not have talked to each other outside of basketball, and they just kept it very professional. But Shaq and Kobe had an interview a couple years ago saying that they made it seem like they had beef on the court, but off the court they were cool. But at the end of the day, it's just a very, very competitive game. Kobe's very competitive, man. His work ethic's unbelievable, man. He to me, Kobe Bryant, in my opinion, in Big Baby Johnson's opinion, Kobe Bryant's the greatest Laker of all time. Like for me, I'm gonna give you my right now. I was talking great Lakers of all time. For me, it's Kobe Bryant, because Kobe Bryant's work ethic is tremendous. He puts his work ethic at very high demanding expectations on what you want to do if you want to be successful. You don't take that buddy. I'm gonna show up late to practice. Now, if you gotta get there 3 hours before him or 2 hours before him, or he'll stay after practice. To work on his game and just like what he does. So at the end of the day, Kobe's greatest Laker at number 1, and number 2, I'm gonna have to go with Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq was dominant, big force in the post. Throw it to him, he'll spin, layup, dunk it. Like they had to quadruple team him one time. The New Jersey Nets at the time had to triple team him, and he still got buckets. I just like Shaq's game. When I used to play basketball, I wanted to play like Shaq, put the ball in the post and go to work. I just like Shaq's game at the end of the day. And number 3, I'm gonna say Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson's a great point guard, facilitate, spread the floor. He's a very good leader on the court. He'll get you open without even he'll throw you the ball before you get to your spot. That's how you know he's great, because he'll be dribbling and he'll just throw a no-look pass. You'll catch it, layup. He's very competitive. Hustle, grit, grind. And number 3, I'm gonna have to go with Kareem. So it's Kobe, Shaq, Magic, Kareem at number 4. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has the best post move with the skyhook. It's unstoppable, And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is one of the. It's up there with the centers of all time. It's hard to debate if Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is up there with the greatest centers of all time too, man. Like it's so hard to pick these certain Laker greats. There's so many, It's so many, and for me, it's just so many, man. And also Kareem, man, him and Magic, man, put Shaq and Kobe versus Magic and Kareem. I think that would be a greatest game series matchup of ever all time. But at the end of the day, like I said, I got Kobe and Shaq, one of the best 1-2 punch of all time. I don't care what anybody says. That's just my personal opinion. I just liked how Shaq and Kobe played, but they played as a team together. I like the team chemistry that they had. I like the camaraderie, the hustle, the grit, the grind together. When Shaq got fouled out in the NBA Finals in that 2000 series versus Indiana, when he got fouled out in Indianapolis when it was crunch time, Kobe hit the big timely shots. Kobe got the offensive rebounds and said, "Let me get this. Let me get this, guys. Let me get it. I got this." And that was right there. That said, okay, Kobe has that mentality, like I'm gonna do what's best for me to get this team to a championship, which they won. 2000 NBA champs, man. And yeah, and for my 4th greatest Laker of all time, it's tough. I didn't watch either Magic or Kareem. I watch highlights off them. They have great talent, but I'm going to go with James Worthy. James Worthy, he could play defense, hustle, grit, grind, and he kind of played like Kevin Durant in a sense. He could score, could play defense, rebounds, facilitate. I just liked his game, Back up in the day when I watched highlights of James Worthy, just like his game, Just love his hustle, grit, grind, and he's old school. He doesn't cry about fouls. He plays that tough defense. I really like how the old school players back in the day, back in the 2000s, 2001, they like the physicality. But in today's NBA, it's soft. You can't play that physical, tough defense. You can't play that hand check. You'll get called for a foul. You can't even hard fouls. You get thrown out for having bad breath. No cap. No cap. For real. If you play tough defense, you get thrown out. NBA soft in today's generation. That's just my personal opinion. I wish that you can play physical. You can, but there's a certain extent. There's rules, regulations in the NBA today where you can't hard fouls. If you flagrant foul, you'll get thrown out. And it's just, I like that physicality of basketball. It's part of basketball. It's a physical sport. Same with NFL. That's a physical sport. But it's just crazy. And my number 5th greatest Laker of all time, I'm gonna have to say who? Let me see. There's Magic, Kobe. Yeah, I already said Magic, Kobe, Kareem, and I'm gonna have to go with. It's tough. I'm gonna have to go with Jerry West. Jerry West is up there for the 5th greatest Laker of all time. I just love his game, facilitate, spread the floor, shoot the three. He was a scorer's mentality, but he also facilitated. I like Jerry West's game. He's a logo, so he's my top. It's my top 5. He's my last pick for top 5 of all time. And I'm gonna ask you guys something. That's why I became a Laker fan, you guys, is because of the 2000 Lakers. Love the energy from them. Love this team in general. But that year was a tough year. Watching, I was stressed out, but we overcame it, won the title, and that's how I became a fan. Is because of the 2000 Lakers, man. A shout out to my big brother and my grandma for inspiring me to watch Lakers too as well. That was the year I started watching them because of them too as well. But yeah, I'm gonna ask you guys something, man. If the NBA did not come back this year, who do you think would win MVP? Do you think they should let the fans pick or let the NBA pick? But for me, this ain't no biased opinion, man. You gotta give it to LeBron James for MVP, and let me tell you why. Because LeBron James is in the 17th season, 17th season, man. It's crazy in the 17th season what he's able to do, It's just crazy. What LeBron James doing this year, he's playing tremendous this season, man. He's averaging 25 points, almost a triple-double every night, It's just crazy what he's been doing in a 17-year season, man. But he was on you gotta give it to LeBron because LeBron's playing great at a high level in his 17th season, man. What he's able to do, post up, fade away. He's averaging. Let me tell you guys how much he's averaging. He's averaging 25.7 points per game, 7.9 rebounds a game, and 10.6 assists a game. And his PER is 26.08, 7th in the whole NBA, 1st in the NBA in assists, 2nd or 22 in rebounds, and 11th in scoring in the NBA. But in that 17th season, he's almost averaging a triple-double, with this whole, shutdown of the whole coronavirus going on. He's still getting in the working out. But he said on whose podcast was it? Richard Jefferson's podcast today that his body may not be a good thing for him to rest all this time, But he's still putting in the work each day, doing workouts, push-ups, because we don't know when the NBA season's going to come back, And it sucks that we have to go through this, but there's nothing we can do about it. Just got to just stay inside, everybody. Wash your damn hands, everybody. It's just crazy what we're going through right now. 2020 has not been, it's been weird. 2020 for the whole COVID thing, now NBA being suspended. No sports in general, guys. No sports in general. Not NFL, NBA, MLB. The MLB was supposed to be opening day tonight. The Dodgers were going to play the Giants tonight. But we got no sports. So it's going to be crazy, man. My gut feeling is about the season, I feel like they're going to proceed it. But if they did not proceed it, LeBron should win MVP. And do you think there should be an NBA champion? You think the NBA should say, okay, here, Lakers, you want it? Here, Milwaukee. Here, Houston. Here, Clippers. Here. If somehow they reward it to us, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I would be happy, But I would be like, okay, we got championship, cool, we're gonna be champs, but I wouldn't be talking mess. Like, we got handed to us. I don't want that. I do not want this championship to be handed to us from the league. I want us to go earn that championship. I want us to go put in the work each and every playoff series. Dissect every play, get to a level of competitiveness in the playoffs to win this championship. Because if we get the title through the NBA, they're like, oh, the NBA just felt sorry for the Lakers. And then they're like, what are you talking about? What I'm trying to say is, if we got the title, a lot of the fans are going to say the NBA felt sorry for us. They wanted to give it to us so we could feel better about ourselves. Nah. Like, for me, man, I don't know if we can, like, cool, get the title, but I don't know if, as a competitive fan, I want to watch my team compete for it, At the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like, who wouldn't want their team to compete for this championship, But if the NBA does decide to give it to us, I'll just be okay. Clap it up, hell yeah. But I'll be fucking happy. Sorry for cussing, but I'll be happy that we got the 17th championship. But I wouldn't talk as much mess if we would have won it live and talking, like, if we would have saw it live, Lakers win the NBA championship versus Milwaukee, I'll be talking all mess. But if we get it handed to us by the NBA because of the whole NBA suspended the league for 30 more days, it's, like, people think I'm crazy. Like, I forgot who asked me on Twitter, like, if the NBA did not conclude and you got the championship through the NBA, would you be happy? I said no. And I told him why. Because I want to watch this team compete. I don't want to get it handed to us, they worked so hard, put in so much work this whole offseason, man. And they put in so much work through this offseason, and this happened to them. Like, it's crazy, But also, real quick, before I get up on out of here, I'm going to ask you guys this, and let me know what you think in the comment section. Who is the number one sports player in the whole sports? Is it Patrick Mahomes or LeBron? Magic Johnson was on First Take today, and he did say that LeBron's the number one player in sports, and I agree with him. Like he said, he was talking about this in the 17th season, getting the guys ready for the season, and LeBron brings more excitement. I know Patrick Mahomes is a great NFL player, great talent. Congrats on your Super Bowl. But LeBron is the number one player in all of sports. I don't care what anybody says. You got your Kawhis, you got your Giannis Antetokounmpos, you look at Doncic, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, Kyrie's. But LeBron James is the best number one player in sports, of all sports, man. Like he is. Like I said earlier, he was averaging 25.7 points per game, 7.9 rebounds a game, and 10.6 assists a game, and his PR is 26.08, and that's 7th in the NBA. But for me, like I said, LeBron deserves it. The MVP, the best player in the whole sports, because 17th season, man, what he's able to do at a high level each night, So, at the end of the day, man, and it's gonna be interesting to see what we do if we do come back as a team, But here's the thing: I already know if the NBA said, okay, we're gonna start the season in June, and then extend it to September. For me, I already know that first 5-10 games. Here's what the NBA should do. They should play some exhibition games, and if you lose those games, it does not go against your record, just so we can get into a rhythm as a team, And here's the other thing too. I think they should just play the last how many games there are. I think 60 games left. Maybe cut it down to 40 games and just let them figure it out. And maybe the teams that like the 8 seed, like the what's it called, Grizzlies and the Hornets, they should just play a 5-game stretch, and whoever wins, like they should have them play 5 games straight in a row, and whoever wins out of those 5 games, it'll be like a playoff series, like who the first team to win 5 games gets the 8th spot. That'd be good entertainment, But whatever Adam Silver decides to do, I'm all for it. He's doing a tremendous job of he's doing a good job. I'm glad, like him suspending the season right now is a good thing because we don't know what's gonna happen, And it's just crazy that what's going on in this world, man. And hopefully we get through this as a team and as a country, man. And I'm looking forward to seeing what's to come in the next coming months, man. But I'm going to end this Big Baby Jonathan Sports Podcast show. Thank you guys for tuning in so much. I'm going to have all my social media link in the description, everybody. You guys have a blessed night. Go Lakers, baby. Laker that.